My name is Vishal Shignapurkar. I am the headmaster of Government High School Merces and Government High School Chimbel, and I am working under the Directorate of Education. Actually, I am from APSA, basically from APSA, but currently staying in Panjim, Kokani. Okay, and okay, and currently working in as a headmaster in Government High School Merces, as I said, and holding an additional charge as headmaster Government High School Killawada Chimbel. And as and when my director remembers me for any important task, so I work for the Department of Education also. Ninth and 10th, I always thought that I would get into science related field. That was very clear sort of thing, because during that time usually we are not very focused and keen about one field, so there are like 2-3 fields which are always in our mind. So during that time I had this thing of joining army or air force, and all those things were there in my mind. And then over time, as we reached the 10th standard, so it was very clear that I wanted to enter science related fields. So I was not clear whether it was engineering or whether it was medical or what it was, because the knowledge at that particular point was not so, I was not aware of such, all fields which were available. Okay, one of the field which I was interested was aerospace. Okay, so I used to find a lot of information about aerospace engineering or this, but then at the end I ended up a field related to it, but not directly into that field. So things were not very clear during that time. So I did my science after my 10th standard, and I pursued my science as bachelor's and master's. I did my, when I finished my 12th standard, I joined college to pursue my science, and I did my bachelor in physics. Okay, earlier I had this combination of maths, chemistry and physics, so I specialized in physics. And since I specialized in physics, after doing my bachelor's, I entered and I did my master's in physics. So that was like my journey in science. Science is a vast topic. Science is not just all about maths, or it's not about chemistry, it is not about just physics, it is about nature. And in that nature you apply your subject, physics, chemistry, mathematics, biology, whatever it is related. So first is your interest. And at times with interest we also see the subjects which are difficult for us. So the thing was, I used to find maths a little bit difficult at that particular point. So then, and chemistry was not my interest. So when I saw physics, which had a little bit of mathematics, and I found physics to be more sort of a more logical science to everything, and it was more this. So I chose physics without thinking about how it is going to help me advance in my career. That was never my focus. I loved that subject, that's the reason I joined that particular subject. Actually, I did not have sort of a support, because physics was out of the league subject. त्यांना कशें आशिल्लें की you should do chemistry केलें की job मेळटा. So that was like more very clear. कसो job मेळटा, whatever job, maybe in some pharmaceutical company, आणि दिसतात न्ही त्यो कंपनी सगळे कडेन पळोवपाक. So everybody wanted to get into. Then physics is like more of a scientist and all, but nothing like that. Every subject in science, once you do your masters and you have done your PhD and everything in that, you become a scientist eventually, because you have mastered in that particular subject. So for me, my support was my parents, my mother and my father and my sister. So they supported me, and they told me pursue it, finish it, complete it, because what happens is sometimes you take the subject out of love, but you just know you like the subject, but जेन्ना आमी फुडें वतात आमकां खबर आसना तो सब्जेक्ट कसो आसता तो. Sometimes you end up, oh my god, it's difficult now, will I complete it or will I not? So that is a time, is one thing you should remember, जे कितें हातान घेता तें कंप्लीट करपाक जाय. फर्स्ट इम्पॉर्टंट थिंग, मदीं सोडप ना तें. Once you have completed, then you decide whether you liked it, you did not like it, and then you pursue your things. This because you can always change your field, you can always change your direction, but at first is don't do it at the halfway, because you have not reached, because you might even like the subject at the end of the course. So I found it a bit difficult when I was pursuing my this, because what the physics what I had seen, to be very frank and honest, what the physics what I had experienced in my bachelor's and in master's was totally not different, but the bridge was quite huge between them, you know. So एक bridge असता है, it's like sometimes 10th standard and 12th standard is a bridge, right? But that is sort of we feel it with 11th standard. So 11th standard helps us to travel to the 12th standard. So I found there was a bridge, but yes, I completed my masters in physics. So that is how I finished my masters in physics through the university.
Okay.
See, that's the reason they say if you have interest, probably मागीर मन विचलित जायना. I mean, you don't lose your focus, sort of thing. You want to, you know that you like that subject, you have to complete it. Afterwards, the important part एक जे असता की very very important thing. There is nothing called as this subject is good, that subject is good. हो job केले की jobus मेळटा, sorry हो course केले की jobus मेळटा, अशें काय असना. Whichever course you do, you always get a job. Subject to that you are the best. So कितेंय करचें. You do acting also, you do arts also, you become a teacher, but you have to be the best. If you are best in your field, then तुमचो हात कोणूच धरू शकना अशें म्हणटात न्ही, तशी गजाल आसा. So for me, I will not say I was the best in my subject. I was ordinary, but I loved the subject very much. So still today, if you ask me which subject I love the most, I will still tell you physics is the best. So it's sort of a respect I have for that subject. The research what I have seen done by the scientists, the way they have done it, you have when you love the subject, you just don't love the theories, but you also love the people who have done it. So that inquisitiveness, that curiosity is there in that particular subject. So I liked the subject. Currently, the important skills which are required are leadership skill, communication skills, which are very important. Other than that, you also need to have a subject knowledge of your particular subject what you are teaching. So yes, the important skill, if I try to put in the inverted commas, then it is a leadership skill which matters a lot, being a headmaster. I can do a lot of changes in the system for the betterment of the student, the parent, the society, the state and the nation. See, the thing is, what happens is when we start our journey from the school, शाळेंतल्यान आमी मागीर वता कॉलेजीन आनी मागीर वता मास्टर्स करपाक युनिवर्सिटीन, एंड देन वी जस्ट ट्राय टू डू, सम पीपल गेट इन टू IITs, IIMs, इंजिनियरींग, हें सगळें आसता. बट इन दॅट एंटायर प्रोसेस एक गजाल इम्पॉर्टंट आसता की what are you good at? Because as I said, whichever subject it is, over time when you're doing, if you're good at a particular thing, is that time you will do justice to that particular subject. And when you do justice to that particular subject, means you're doing justice to the people also, because something good is going to come out of it. So when I was doing it, first I did out of love for the subject, म्हणजे म्हाका तो subject आवडटा म्हणून. And then I occasionally, I give the credit to my parents that they asked me to do my B.Ed, because physics was my choice and B.Ed was their choice. So they told me, तुका जाय तें केलें, आता आमी सांगता तें तूं मातशें करचें म्हणून. I did my B.Ed, and there I again discovered myself. Okay, I did my B.Ed from Nirmala Institute of Education. I should tell, I rediscovered myself, and I discovered that I'm a good teacher. I'm a good teacher. Okay, whatever you give me, I can teach it well. So that's what I discovered about myself. So I could teach science well, I could connect with the students better. So in that process, I discovered that I can teach well, the simple thing. So when I say I can teach well, I can become a trainer. No doubt I can be a teacher, but I can be a trainer. I can speak well. I can be a good orator. Okay, so if something is given, I can make it. Meaning, if there are some topics which are of some social issues are there, then I can actually go to the people. I can tell them the social issues and can bring about awareness. So these are the things which have helped me in my field currently. So as a teacher, I play different roles. I don't play a role just like a headmaster. I am a counselor to the students. I am a headmaster to my teachers. Okay, I am a leader to my entire school. Okay, I am a sort of a a orator for the public who are there. I bring about social awareness. Okay, so in that process, I also got opportunity through some organizations to deliver some talks. So that is what I discovered about myself, that I can speak well, I can communicate well. So that is what was important, what I discovered. So the important part is, whichever field you take, you discover yourself at what you're good at currently, and accordingly you pursue your steps as you move forward. I will not give them a sort of advice, but I will just tell them, do what you like. Meaning, when you're studying, you pursue one hobby, because what I have seen is the majority of the people who are in this education setup, meaning who are going to the schools, doing their colleges, there are very few people who are very happy in the job what they are working. But the people that are also happy who are working, but those who are working are not working because of their education, but they are actually pursuing their jobs with respect to their hobbies. So I was playing my guitar and now I became a musician. So professionally I am a professional musician, but that was my hobby. So I am enjoying my work because that is my interest. Same thing is, I will ask all the students, is when you are pursuing your studies, you see what you like. Accordingly you start imbibing that hobbies. So if you like reading, so you take that hobby as a reading and you start reading. That is going to improve your vocabulary and that is going to help you later on. So whatever you do now as hobby in the 9th and the 10th standard plays a definite role in your career as a person, in a professional manner as well as in your personal manner. So more important, I will say that pursue the hobby which is, and make it into your career. I would say that I would have taken more risk. एक कशें जाता की एज अ स्टुडंट 9th 10th केलें की वी ऑलवेज हॅव दॅट फियर वीच ग्रिप्स अस. हे केल्यार सारकें, ते केल्यार सारकें, असो तो भंय आसता सगळ्या कडेन. बट इफ यू हॅव टू फर्स्ट जस्ट डिस्कवर वॉट यू लायक and just focus, and then just go and take your risk. If you want to become suppose a pilot, Air Force pilot, whatever examination which is there, wherever it is, you take your parents into confidence, you take your teachers into confidence. Your teachers, today's time, all the students are very lucky that they have beautiful, wonderful teachers who are there to help. Take the help of the teachers, ask them about their courses which are available, and go and pursue that particular qualification. Very, very important, in which they have interest, and not where there are job avenues available. That is not important. So Porte Sangta, whatever you do, first is your interest, you be the best, job is always there for you. So that's what I would say. There is one scheme which is run by the government of Goa, which is a wonderful scheme. It's called as interest-free educational loan, given by Goa Education Development Corporation. Those who are pursuing higher studies, I think so. There is also a scheme, I don't know whether it's still there, called as bursary scheme. So those who are even pursuing their college and their fees are there. So those schemes you can always take, because under the interest-free educational loan, if you want to pursue your education and if their course is not available in India, you can also pursue abroad. So everything is there right now. What you need is a clear focus, clarity in mind that what you want to do. That is more important. So I would like to tell you about this scheme only.